Jamie from Jamie Fight Nutrition. How are you today? What I wanted to get on and jump live about today is I was thinking what to make for dinner. My kids are really trying to eat healthy, so I figured I'm going to model them and make my favorite healthy dinners. So especially since I'm going to be launching my healthy cooking program, I'm going to start making these videos about healthy dinners that we're making in our house so we can model them. I can model them for my kids, and so we can all model it for all of you, okay? So today, excuse me for losing my voice, but today what I'm making is a chicken broccoli slaw. Now, this came about a long time ago. I was actually, just for education purposes, reading a diet book called The Overnight Diet. It was a new book that was written by one of my well-respected colleagues up in Boston about a program that she was combining basically intermittent fasting 1 day a week with eating 6 days a week, which happens to be a very sound program if you want to stay on that. But what she does have in the back of the book is meal plans with fantastic recipes that since I was just reading it to read it for educational purposes for myself, I happened to have picked this recipe out one night. I'm like, oh, that sounds good. Let me make it. And it was a hit with my whole family. I think my husband thought it was like the best thing I ever made for dinner. And my teenagers were like, this is so good, Mom. Where'd you come up with this? So didn't want to tell them it came in a diet book, but either way, we still make it to today. So what you're going to do, you're going to take broccoli slaw. Now, we have a big family. We're a family of 6, so I'm going to take 2 bags of broccoli slaw, all right? And literally, you can get them in Trader Joe's. You can get the kosher ones in a kosher store, whatever you like. You probably can get them right in the supermarket, but I'm going to take broccoli slaw, okay? So you're going to take the 2 things of broccoli slaw. You're just going to throw it in a bowl, all right? Then you're going to take peppers. Now, you can use red peppers. You can use orange peppers. You can use, hi, Karen. I didn't know you were off from work today, that you'd be watching this video. My sister's watching. Okay, so she would like this too, maybe. There's no tomatoes in it. You could eat it, Karen. Okay, so I'm going to just cut up a pepper. And the reason is you can use any kind of pepper, okay? Red, yellow, orange. I don't know if I would use green in this recipe because it might be a little bit too sour. I would rather use like a sweet pepper, like an orange or a red pepper. And clearly this one has a lot of seeds, so we'll have to rinse that off. But either way, all right, what you're going to put in it is peppers, scallions, cilantro if you want, which we do love cilantro here at my house, but I am out of it, so we're not going to use it today. So let's just wipe off these little seeds here. Okay, then you're going to put a couple scallions. If you're not allergic to peanuts, the recipe does get peanuts. And then the secret to what makes this fast is that I picked up rotisserie chickens today. So rotisserie chicken is another thing that I love to tell you that you should always keep in your house, because keeping some things in your pantry can like really turn into a good dinner. So there are many things you could do with a rotisserie chicken in your freezer. You can make a soup out of it. You can make chicken salad. You can make sandwiches. But what I like to keep the rotisserie chicken in the freezer for, or pick up if today I happened to be there, so I picked it up. What I like to use the rotisserie chicken for is this salad, okay? It's really good to just shred it like on top of the salad. So I'm just going to do this quickly so you can see what I'm doing, and I'm going to show you how quickly I mix up the dressing, and you could actually use the dressing in anything else that you'd like to use also. Okay, so this is peppers. I'm almost done with them. Like I said, I'm doubling the recipe because there are 6 of us in our family, okay? If you don't have 6 people in your family, you could do 1 pepper and 1 bag of broccoli slaw and 1 rotisserie chicken, all right? But what you're seeing here is doubled for a big family, and still even for our family, this is going to be ready in less than half an hour. It will actually be ready by the time we finish this video. Okay, here you go. Chopped peppers in the bowl with everything else. Hi, Tammy. Are you home from work already? This is a great recipe. Your kids would love it, so pay attention. All right, so peppers are in there. Then I'm going to say we're going to take about 4 scallions, okay? I already washed these. You want to trim off the end of the scallions and just the tops, the green tops that don't look good or don't look fresh anymore. You do want some green, so as long as the green part that's still good, the green part that is still good, you're going to use that, all right? Because you do want a little bit green in the salad. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly chop these scallions. Now, you could use, and I do have, I believe, since you know I do love Pampered Chef, and I love their products because it does make some things faster. If you do have Pampered Chef products and you do want to use the food chopper for this, you can, but in nutrition school you learn how to use a knife, so I just a lot of times cut it with my knife. All right, scallions going right in the bowl. All right, so can you see this here? I'm going to show you so far. This is what it looks like so far, okay? It's broccoli, salad, peppers, and scallions. All right, then you're going to take the chicken. All right, so here is rotisserie chicken. Basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take off the skin and the bones, okay? And you see you're just going to take the breasts of the chicken and you're just going to shred it on top of the salad, okay? So here's the rotisserie chicken. I'm going to take off the bones. Don't need any of that. My dog over here is dying to eat it, all right? Let me move this over so you could see it better maybe. Hold on a second. If you could see it better, hang on 1 second. All right, I don't think my tripod likes that, but hold on. No. Hang on 1 second, Tommy. I'm going to make it so you could see better, I think. I don't know if that's better. All right. Can you see it now? There. Can you see it now? All right. So basically what you're going to do is that you're going to just shred the chicken on top. You're going to take the chicken. Give me 1 second. My tripod is falling here. Hang on, everybody. Hang on, everybody. I'm going to make it higher so you can see. Okay. Is that better? Okay. So here's your salad so far. So what you're going to do, you're just going to set, like I said, don't take the wings or the neck really. You just want to take the chicken that can be shredded. So I would take all of the thighs and the breasts, and you're just going to take the chicken. When you pick up the rotisserie chicken or you take it out of your freezer, it's really just like falls off the bone. You just get the meat of the chicken, okay? So we're just going to get a little bit more meat of chicken, and I'll do the other chicken after the video so you don't have to watch it. I just want to show you how to do the dressing, and I'll add the other chicken in after. But basically, I think there is one more here. And then the ingredients that you need for the dressing, okay? You need rice vinegar, or you could use coconut vinegar. You can use balsamic. We're going to use balsamic vinegar. We're going to use sesame oil, and we're going to use sriracha, okay? Now, I know that sounds spicy. You might be saying to me, I don't like spicy, but let me just tell you, it's not so spicy, okay? The sriracha just really gives it like a nice flavor, especially if you're using the cilantro. Now, if you're not using the cilantro, you might taste the sriracha a tiny bit more, but it's so little, it's like a little squirt. It's really not overpowering. I promise you, you won't notice, okay? All right, great. So that was one whole chicken. Let me just wash my hands. You can still hear me. Hold on a second. Okay. So here you have, okay, it's the broccoli sauce, the chicken, the scallions, and the peppers. And I'm just going to take a little jar because I happen to have it here. But what you're going to do is 5 ingredients, okay? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to take sesame oil, all right? So I'm just going to put it in the jar here because remember, I'm doubling it, okay? So the recipe is 2 tablespoons of sesame oil. So I'm going to put 4, okay? Like I said, I'm doubling it because I doubled the recipe. Okay, so we have, okay, do you see my dog here is trying to eat the chicken? Woody, no. 2. Okay, so this is 4 tablespoons of sesame oil. Okay. Then we're going to put in rice vinegar, okay? The rice vinegar, put 1 tablespoon. Again, I'm doubling it because I'm making it double the recipe, so I'm putting 2. Okay, this is so easy to double it. You have no idea. Same thing. You're going to do 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, so I'm putting 2. Okay, you got that so far? 1 tablespoon of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar. Okay, so what I did was double of each of them because that. Then you're going to put honey or agave. Now the recipe calls for agave because it's a little bit more low glycemic, but my kids don't like agave. They don't like the way it tastes, so I'm using honey. It calls for a teaspoon of agave, so I'm using a teaspoon of honey. You could use liquid palm sugar. You could use any kind of liquid sugar that you want, but I'm going to just use two teaspoons of honey, like I said, because my kids don't like agave, okay? But certainly the recipe tastes fine with agave. If I wasn't making it for my kids, I would use the agave. If I make it for my husband, David, he doesn't know the difference. He can't tell either way. But my teenagers can taste the agave. I don't know quite how they can taste it, but they can taste it. Okay, now for the sriracha, okay? The recipe calls for 1 teaspoon of sriracha or any other chili garlic sauce. I use the sriracha. I think it tastes better than any other chili garlic sauce. And I'm going to put, like, instead of 2 teaspoons, like I said, because I'm doubling it, I'm just going to put 1.5. Okay. So now this is the best thing about doing it in a jar. And the reason I like to do it in a jar... Okay, sorry about that. That tastes delicious. All right. The reason I like to do it in a jar is because then you can just shake it. All right, now how easy was that? 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of balsamic vinegar, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar, a teaspoon of agave or honey, and a teaspoon of sriracha. Mix it up and you have this fantastic dressing. And then all you're going to do, you're going to pour the dressing over the salad. Okay? And then, like I said, if you're not allergic to peanuts, and I forgot to take these out, I'm so sorry. I forgot to take these out, but I love the Costco peanuts. They're the best and they're the crunchiest. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the whole salad, you're going to sprinkle some peanuts on top, and that's it. Okay? Beautiful broccoli slaw with chicken and peanuts in 30 minutes or less, okay? Now that is, I don't know if you can see how if you could see how good it smells, I would throw it through the telephone for you. But either way, that's it, okay? 30 minutes or less, bam, bam, done. Everybody's gonna love it. And it's really delicious for dinner and it's really filling. So I'm going to add more chicken to it. So you don't have to sit there and watch me chop up all the chicken. But I'm going to add it so it's like more heavy dinner, more like a meal rather than just a salad. Okay? Anybody has any other questions? I see you're all watching. If you want me to give, I told you the amounts. It's two scallions, 1 pepper, and a bag of broccoli slaw. And cilantro if you want it, but that's it. It's the easiest thing in the whole world and it's really delicious. So if anybody has any other comments and you have any other questions, send them in below. I'll answer them later, okay? Have a great day, everyone. Jamie Fight Nutrition. Talk to you soon. Bye.